It's all yours.
Sweet. All right. Here we go. Okay. Well, welcome to the first ever Birdie online virtual class at the First Tee of Greater Charlotte. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to you each week. We're going to be working on our lesson plans, trying to help you get through the book, learn all the life skills and the core value stuff that goes along with it here, and keep you progressing through this. So obviously these are some wild and crazy times we have going on here. Everybody's at home. You're having to have your own homeschool, so to speak. So I want you guys to make sure that you're doing a couple things for me. I want you to make sure that you're trying to stay ahead of all your schoolwork. Don't get lazy on me out there because you're at home thinking it's a vacation. You need to work hard to actually get ahead of all your classmates, put in extra work. That way, when you get back to school, you're not behind. So we want to make sure everybody's really working hard on this. So we're going to start off with a couple core values of the day. So number one is going to be respect. Going back to our code of conduct of respecting yourself, respecting each other, and respecting your surroundings. I want to make sure that you are respecting yourself by getting up early, making sure, get yourself some breakfast, and get your schoolwork done. Make sure we're exercising our mind, and then we're going to make sure that you're exercising your body. That's going to be important. Now's the time. If everybody's at home and they're not doing anything, you can get bigger, faster, stronger than they are. Plus, you can get smarter. So we want you to make sure you're respecting yourself in that way. Don't spend all day sitting in front of the TV playing video games, okay? You need to get up. You need to be outside. You need to be active. You need to be moving around. Responsibility. Oh, wait. Back up on respect. That was respecting ourselves. Let's respect each other. Especially you're going to be home with mom, dad, aunt, uncle, Grammy, grandpa, siblings, cousins, whatever. You could have a house full. And respecting one another is going to be vital during this time. Sometimes it's going to be difficult because we're human. We get on each other's nerves sometimes, but it's important that we make sure we're respectful of each other's space, each other's things, each other's times. I highly suggest instituting a family game night. That's a lot of fun. Champion of Monopoly last night. You know, it was a lot of fun for me. But make sure you find a game everybody can play, and we'll start coming up with some games that you guys can do at home, maybe some games you've never even heard of. But being respectful of one another is going to be very important. And then respecting your surroundings, your house, okay? Now's time for you to show responsibility by making sure you're keeping everything clean. Make sure you're washing your hands a ton. Make sure if you make a mess, clean it up. Make sure you're helping out mom and dad as much as possible around the house. Pick things up. Make sure your room is spotless. Hey, we want to make sure that this coronavirus stops. So we got to be super clean, wash your hands, do what you got to do, but help out around the house, do extra things. Show your parents that you respect your surroundings and that you're super responsible. Speaking of responsibility, that's our next core value. You got to be responsible for you during this time. You have to be responsible for your actions, your words, everything that you do. You have to be responsible for your schoolwork. Please, please, please make sure that you are keeping up on that. You guys are Birdie and gals are Birdies by now. So if you're a Birdie level participant, that means you're already way up here in my book. You absolutely know what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it. So I want you to take the initiative to really work hard during this time. Take the responsibility so you are in charge of your education and your future. That's a big deal to me. Be responsible for the message that you make and be responsible in your household. Really, really, really awesome. So now, we got to do some exercises because we did a little brain work. Now we got to work on our body. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of different things here. And at the end of it, we're going to show a challenge that we're going to pose to all of you guys and gals out there that you can video or you can just record the time, shoot it to me, see how you're doing. We're going to have a plank challenge coming up here. So first thing we're going to do is, when everybody get down, what we're going to do is a basic burpee. So what we're going to do, we're starting out, we're going to drop down, we're going to kick back here, and jump up. So we want to do 10 burpees. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Whew. If everybody at home is doing that, I know your blood's pumping right now. I know my heart's going, which is good for you. Next, everybody here is going to want to hit the ball farther. So we got to work on our legs. So squats. Squats are real important. We're going to get our feet shoulder width. We're gonna hands out like this for a counterbalance. We're gonna go down nice and low and back up. So give me 10 good squats. 2, do it nice and slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Whew. Got the legs are burning already. Okay. Next up is a plank. So once again, legs are important for power. So is our core power. So everybody get down to a plank. We're just going to hold it for 15 seconds and go from there. Good straight back. I don't want your bum way up in the air. I don't want your legs sagging down. I want you in a good spot right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. So that's just a good start. You can get up every single morning and do this, and that's going to get you going. Get the heart rate bumping right there. Whew. I'm an old guy here. Heart's really pounding right now. So that's really good. Now, get some exercise going there. We're going to work on our golf swing. Very, 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 very important. So just here, we're going to talk about posture. Posture is going to be so important for you to be able to hit good golf balls. You have to set up like an athlete. So if I turn to the side like this, my hips are up underneath them, I'm sure all of you home agree that this looks super athletic, right? No? Doesn't look at, no? That's not very athletic looking. So what we want to do, take a club, I'm going to hold it right here. I'm going to turn to the side, stand up real tall, and I'm going to push my bum back. Wait a second, I got a little tail sticking out back there. Little flex in the knees, and I got a tail sticking out. See the club there? Now what we're going to do is drop our hands right down in front of us. So now I'm in a good athletic position. That's going to help me hit the golf ball farther. It's going to help me make a better turn. It's going to help me be an athlete. So it's real important we get set up in a good posture. Another way to do it is put the club down your back. So you can hold it right at the base of your tailbone, right on the back of your head, a little flex in the knees, and push backwards. Now we're going to let our hands and arms drop forward. You can see, once again, I'm in a good athletic position here. I'm ready to go like a basketball player trying to guard somebody, like a middle linebacker waiting for the running back. You need to be an athlete so you can play this game well. Got to get set up in the right position. So next thing I want you to be able to do is go outside. Please don't do this at home, because I don't want you to put a hole in the wall, knock over a lamp, make your mom and dad mad. That wouldn't be very good right now. So what we want to do is we're going to work on what we call a step swing. So I'm going to get set up in that awesome posture. Right here, I'm going to bring my foot back. As I swing back, I'm going to take a step and swing as fast as possible. Once again, I'll do this again in slow motion. We're getting set up here. I'm bringing my foot back. I'm going to swing back. As I swing back, I'm going to step and swing as fast as I possibly can. Speed, 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 speed. The faster you swing it, the farther that ball is going to go. I want everybody here to be able to smash the ball super, super far when we get back. Really, really, really good. Now, I'm going to do one other thing that we see a lot of young people doing is when you get set up, you can see it from my chest to my hands is a certain distance. Now, when you swing back, I see a lot of people doing this. Look at, hey, what are you doing here? I don't want your hands right next to your body. This is not good. I want your hands to be the same distance away. So if I'm this distance here, when I swing back, I still want them to be that same distance. In order to be able to do that, you need to be able to turn your body. I'm going to raise this up a little bit to help with this. All right. And this is something as simple as grabbing a pillow, putting your hands on the side, extending your hands out in front of you. You could have somebody standing over here. You have somebody standing over here. You could have nobody. It doesn't matter. But if I've got my hands in front of me and I turn back, look how wide my hands are. They're as far away from my chest as possible. And if I turn through, once again, my hands are as far away as possible. So that allows me to generate a lot more speed and power. If I do this, does this look very good? Don't think I'm going to hit the ball very far by doing this. So we're working on getting wide and wide. Sorry. Now I want to show you guys something. You're so lucky with technology these days. Boys and girls today get to hit these gigantic drivers. I want you to take a look at this thing here. That is enormous. I mean, when you put it up here, that's pretty big. Well, my head's kind of big, but you get the idea. That's pretty big. Now, when I was starting out, and I was 15 years old, this is the size club that I played with. Yeah, this is what I teed off with in high school and my first year of college golf. Look at the difference in these two. Holy cow. How much easier do you think it is to hit it with this than it is with this tiny little thing here? Crazy. But people played good golf back then with these tiny little clubs. So you're lucky that you have awesome technology that works for you. But hey, it is what it is. You can only play with what you have. All right, so healthy habit-wise,